So this is going to be a special request video. We're going to do this in the middle of the stream here. Robert the Frisco Schmid over on YouTube, who is a channel member on YouTube, said, I just watched some of your individual help videos, but I'm totally new to Elder Scrolls. Can you please make a getting started video for people like me, because I am overwhelmed? Could you maybe do an intro of like what to do in the first hours, what quests or storylines to follow? I'm 3 hours in, stumbling around, not being able to clear what to do or how to do things. So this to me was, we were talking about this the other day. The short answer is yes, we're going to do that. This was interesting to me because this is one of those things where some people have questioned why Bethesda is doing this remaster, right? Why did they do this remaster? That's the reason why they did this remaster, because there are millions of players playing this game now, where they've never played the game before. Now, a lot of us, like myself, did play the game 20 years ago. I don't remember much of the game from 20 years ago. I remember some major story beats. Other players, have played this game, thousands of hours since it launched. Anyway, there's quite a few new people out there, so this is going to be a great video. I don't know the title yet. Getting started in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered for new players or something like that will be the video. So those of you who are watching in chat right now, because we're recording this during the live stream, as we go through this, if there are things that you want to add to the video, feel free to shout them out in chat on YouTube and Twitch. I'm going to come at things from my perspective, because even though I have played the game before, I am sort of coming into it almost like a new player. Anyway, so getting started in Oblivion Remastered for new players. So I would say the first thing you should do is ignore all the side quests for a little bit and only focus on the main quest for the first few hours of the game. And the reason I say that is because you're going to do a few things. And I got to open up the map here and kind of remember. So essentially, when you do the main quest, you're eventually going to get dumped out. I think it's right here, Imperial Prison Sewer. It's one of these, right? And then you're going to have a quest, I think, to go to Wayne Priory. Or something. I don't remember exactly how the order of the quest goes, but if you follow the main quest, eventually you're going to get sent to Wayne Priory as part of the main quest very early on, as soon as you've gotten out into the real world. The reason you want to do that is because at Wayne Priory, you're going to end up meeting some monks, and they're going to help you out with gear. They're going to give you some free gear. They're going to give you a free horse. They're going to give you some free stuff. That free stuff is going to help you out immensely in your journey. I would also just recommend, again, this is part of the main quest as soon as you come out. And I don't remember the order because this was like 30 hours ago, and in terms of quest progression. So it's, 7-8 days ago in real time, based on the streams. So I can't remember the exact order here. But follow the main storyline. Get to Wayne Priory. Get your free horse. Get your free gear. Follow that quest line. Go to Kvatch. Do the Kvatch quest line. That's your first Oblivion gate. You're going to meet Martin. You're going to rescue Martin, and then you're going to end up taking Martin up to Cloud Ruler Temple. Now, Cloud Ruler Temple is a great place because it's got beds that you can use, it's got storage facility and everything else. By doing all of that, you will have basically gotten yourself the first few levels, gotten some good gear, kind of figured out the purpose of the Oblivion Gates and what you need to be doing with that main storyline. And once you've done that, that's the path I took. That took, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 hours to get all that done. And once you've done all that stuff, you've got a free horse, you've got some free gear, you've done an Oblivion Gate, You've bet all the major players in the game, then you could sort of back out and start to do other things. The next thing I would recommend players doing is come to Ayleswell, because you are going to get, if you do the little quest there, and I have a guide already for this quest. It's called How to Get a Free Bed and a Free Chest early on in the game. If you wanted to do Ayleswell before you do the main quest, you totally could, because it gives you a free bed to rest in to like level up your character. So that's totally acceptable to do along the way, but do that quest as well. And then thirdly, because the Oblivion Remaster includes this in the game, you're not going to be able to afford it right away. But I would recommend that when you get up to Cloud Ruler Temple, a lot of these waypoints, especially major cities, are already included in the base game. So as soon as you launch the game, you're going to be able to travel to Chorrol, you'll be able to travel to Anvil, you'll be able to fast travel to Bruma. All these places you'll be able to fast travel to. Now, if you notice here, if you follow this road from the city down southwest all the way down to Kvatch, you'll notice that I have a bunch of waypoints opened up along that road. Greenmead Cave, Grey Rock Cave, Derelict Mine. That's because I rode the horse down the road. And as you ride the horse, you unlock additional points of interest, which then allow you to unlock things. And then you can use those as additional fast travel points, as well as additional points of interest to go and start working on little mini adventures after you finish up, the questline stuff that you're working on. But the big thing is, once you get done with Cloud Ruler Temple, go just to the southeast. This little thing right here called Frostcrag Spire. Matter of fact, if we go up to Cloud Ruler Temple, you can probably see it. I'm going to mention this because I actually didn't find this out until the day before yesterday, I think. If we're up here at Cloud Ruler Temple, by the way, that's my free horse. When you're at the gate to Cloud Ruler Temple, just look over there to the southeast. East, southeast. You see that? You see that wizard tower right up there? See that tower on top of that structure? Just run over there. Just go over there. It's going to give you a POI. That POI is called Frostcrag Spire. The reason I mention this is because this is a free house that you get for your character. So when you run up in here, once you get the POI and you come on up in here and you go into the house, you can go on inside. This is a free house. You will need lockpicking to get past that first door. But at the very least, come here and get the POI, because eventually you're going to want to come back here and get this house. Now, once you get the house, it does cost a chunk of money to unlock the things on the inside. So I have this quest called Frostcrag Spire. It says, after reading the Dusty Tome, I've learned I can purchase everything I need to restore the place to its former glory from Arlenway at the Mystic Emporium in the Market District of the Imperial City. That stuff costs thousands of gold to purchase, but you can unlock vaults, you can unlock a bed, you can unlock all these things. But the reason I mention this is because even if you don't have the chests, you can come in here. This is a safe place. This is a safe place for you to come to, where you can just drop shit off if you're ever overburdened. And the first thing you should do as soon as you can afford it is buy the vault. It's like, I can't remember how much it cost. It was in the video we did the other day. But the moment you can unlock the vault in here, it's like maybe 1,500 gold or something. You're going to unlock the ability to have all of these storage chests. Look at all these chests scattered around the room. It's basically unlimited storage for your character to drop off things when you get overburdened with loot. I highly recommend doing this right away, because here's the problem. If you stash things in chests in the game world, those items will eventually disappear. So if you really want to hold on to your things like components for alchemy and weapons and armor and things that you might want to use later on, you'll want to come back here and just unlock this place, because even if you just come in here and drop stuff on the floor until you have a chance to like get enough coin together, at the very least, you know, you're not wasting things. But recommend selling as many things as you can early on in the game to come get the vault at the very least. And it's like maybe 1,500, 2,000 gold. So as soon as you can get 1,500, 2,000 gold saved up, buy the vault to this place. You've got a free place, because remember, even if you don't buy the bed here right away, even if you can't put the bed in this home right away, and remember how I told you to go get the free bed down at the inn right here? You'll have a free bed there where you can sleep to level up, but then you'll have storage places here at Frostcrag Spire, and you can fast travel here immediately, so you don't have to worry about it. Just fast travel. Very, very useful tip. Hector says the dungeon directly opposite of the exit, I think that's this one right here, Sursen. As soon as you come out of here, this is like a starter dungeon. I think there's also one here, Fingerbowl Cave. Oh, I think the cave is tied to the Ayleswell quest, maybe. Or not Fort Characters is. All of these are like little entry-level dungeons you can go into, which are pretty easy to do. Beyond that, what else can we talk about for getting started for new players? The Fighters Guild and the Mage Guild quests, both of those guilds offer quests that are very long, multiple steps, and offer you great gear, great loot, and you're going to get several levels from doing those quests. And they're long. I don't know how long they are in terms of time, but you get missions, like Hector said, you get missions, lore, rewards. It's great gear for beginner players. It helps you run around the map and unlock additional locations. So the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild are great things to do as well. I would argue that if you're a mage character, do the Mages Guild first, but if you're anything other than a mage, anything, doesn't matter if you're a rogue, if you're an archer, if you're a fighter, whatever, if you're anything other than a mage character, do the Fighters Guild quest first, because you're going to get melee weapons, melee skills, etc. To unlock. What else? The Thieves Guild quest is very good to do, but you won't get access to that. You have to. This will probably be a good tip that I should probably make into its own video as well. The Thieves Guild quests they start off in the Imperial City waterfront. You'll need to be able to talk to the beggars to get access to it. I would only recommend doing the Thieves Guild quests if you're willing to put in a lot of time to leveling up lockpicking, and because lockpicks are expensive and you won't be able to get. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, just go get the skeleton key." Well, you can't even get the skeleton key until you're like level 10 or something, I forget. So to even get to that point, you know, you have to be willing to spend money on lockpicks from the fences, or just find the ones you have. So the Thieves Guild quest is a lot of fun, but it's going to rely heavily upon using a ton of lockpicks. So I wouldn't recommend doing that one right away. I would honestly say if I had to pick it in order of doing them, I would say do the Fighters Guild quests first. And then if you want to, as a melee character, you go do the Mage Guild's quest. You don't have to, but it's free XP and free gear and free exploration and fun, so you can go do it. But definitely consider all of like the faction quests. After that, honestly, it's a big, big world. And there's lots of stuff to do. And everything is optional in this game, and there's no right way or wrong way to do it. You can do things in any order that you want. I personally, like I said, I did the main quest line up to the point where I dropped Martin off at Cloud City, and then I haven't looked back at all. Matter of fact, today is stream 8. We're recording this during stream number 8. And I think streams 3 through 7 were only Thieves Guild quests, plus some of like the first half of today's stream, like the first hour and a half. So if I had to estimate, I would have to go back and look at the times, but I think we did probably like 12 hours of just Thieves Guild quests, like in real time. I'm gonna go look at that right now, which should give you an indication of like how long the quests are for each of the guilds. That was stream number, that's 3. So there's 2 hours, 4 hours, 4.5 hours, 5, 6 hours, 6.5 hours, 7, 8, 9.5, 10 hours, 13 hours. So it took me about 15 hours to do the Thieves Guild quests. So if you can anticipate, let's just say 10 to 15 hours of content for each one of the guilds, there's the Fighters Guild, there's the Mages Guild, there's the Thieves Guild, there's the Dark Brotherhood. All of that stuff is worthwhile. Oh, that's another good tip. Yeah, Hector has a good tip. Probably for the first 10 or 15 levels, specialize your character. So whatever is your primary like build, focus on that. So as an example, I am a thief character. Let me go through here. Look at. So my first, like, what did I focus on? Agility and speed, because those are the primary stats for my character. So every level up, I was just putting all my points into agility and speed. Now my secondary stats for this character is I use a little bit of magic. So every time I could put some points into intelligence or willpower, I did. Once I finished up agility and speed, which was around 8 or 9 levels, I forget, I then started putting points into, I'm now doing intelligence, willpower, and endurance. Those are the stats that I'm leveling up now. And eventually what I'll be doing is I'll max out intelligence and willpower, followed by endurance. And once I've done that, I'm going to go start working on strength. But definitely focus your early hours or your early leveling on your primary specialization for your class. Focus on what you're good at. Don't be a jack of all trades, because it will hurt you in the first 10 or 15 levels of the game. Once you've got like if you've spent the first 10 or 15 levels specializing, you'll get really good. Like as an example, I am 60 in marksman, 60 in sneak, and 54 in speechcraft. I guess level 50 is the journeyman. Yeah, so by focus firing like that, like Hector was saying, you'll get to journeyman in all of your primary abilities and skills, and that makes you fairly proficient in those areas, which will make the game much easier. And then what happens is when you start to go out and do other quest lines and adventuring, you'll find that you're actually pretty durable. You're able to survive things because you've got your things leveled up. Oh, I know another tip, because we were actually getting ready to do this myself. You need to pay attention to your armor durability and repairing your gear. You can either do that with repair hammers, or you could just go to,
have mercy.
I believe it's any weapon vendor or armor vendor. I forget which one it is. One of these guys is a weapon vendor. Where is he at? Here. Oh, we gotta wait. Don't be afraid to wait. Waiting doesn't cost anything, so use it to your advantage. Wait for guys to open up. We're gonna go inside. Oh, here's another tip for new players.
I'm Rosan, proprietor.
This will be another good one. Before you do any bartering with anybody, max out your faction with them. Max out your reputation, your disposition with them. If you don't know how to do the persuasion minigame, I've got a guide on how to do the persuasion minigame. Go watch that guide video to understand how to do this. But definitely, before you do any bartering with any merchant, max out your faction first. Then go into the
What
bartering
can I
window,
interest you in?
go into the haggle window and adjust this. You might have to adjust this a couple of times. You'll know that they're not accepting the haggle rate if you try to sell something and they're like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. Then just come back here and adjust it a little bit more until you get to the point where they're happy to buy and to sell, to buy things from you. Anyway, what you're looking for here is this button right down here, repair. And then you can
I
just
can
pay them.
fix whatever you break.
And you can just hold down the button, repair all. It was 485 gold. I don't have a problem spending the money to do so. I am getting slightly broke now, but I'm a thief. It's money comes easy. And yeah, but you can also just buy the repair tools if you want to do it on your own. I'm way too lazy for that though, and I always forget. So, and then don't be afraid to quick save often and frequently because the game does not save nearly frequently enough. And as Hector says, don't cheese stuff. If someone puts a guide out that says, here's how you can get your sneak up to 100 within the first 5 minutes of the game. Here's how to level up your lockpicking by doing this little cheese thing where you go to the last lock on the thing and you sit there and spam the button and you can get up to level 100 security by spamming this thing. Don't hack shit. Don't cheese shit. That ruins the game. If someone puts a guide like that out and you've seen something like that, just ignore it and move on. Anyway, that's enough. Because I don't want this to turn into one of my Ultimate Beginner's Guides, because the Ultimate Beginner's Guides, I'm actually working on one right now, so that'll come out later on. That's a good starting point for a getting started in ESO for Oblivion Remastered for new players. That's a good one. So hopefully that answered your questions, because I know that was a request. I'd have to scroll back down. I lost the person's name who asked. I had it open and then I tabbed over. Oh, that was Robert the Frisco Schmid. So hopefully that answers your questions, Robert. Thanks for your channel membership over on YouTube and your support. I appreciate it. For everybody else, if you're watching this after the stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams happen at around 5 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. This is the day job. Every single day. Everything in between the streams happens on YouTube, so make sure to follow along. We do about 5-6 hours every single morning and 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon for streams. Movie reviews, TV show reviews. There's a Homestead channel, all the socials, Discord, Patreon, all that good stuff. And for the stream, we're continuing onwards. So stay tuned.